Good morning, people. Welcome to day 4 of the lockdown in the city of Lagos. I remain Yomi Martins, your financial services consultant, also operating from the same city of Lagos, Nigeria. Yesterday, day 3, I did a video on how Force Majeure affects your loans and your businesses. And one of my clients called me and requested a special video on how to handle defaults during a period that's related to force majeure, recession, and all that. And it was actually, panicking that since there's going to be an avalanche of challenges from customers' inability to fulfill their obligations, how should they take it up with their bank and how can they bounce back? Number one, which is very important, do not panic. Do not panic. Panic is not going to help anybody. You are in a big challenge. Do not panic. Number 2, get your figures right. Calculate where you are, where you should have been, right? In terms of your sales, your income, as relates to the loan projections that you have given to your bank, and document it, because it's very important to document it. Number 3, engage your bank. Engage your bank. The first thing is to negotiate. Everything is not gone. The first thing is to negotiate. Go to your bank, give them your figures. This is where I should have been. This was my projection when I took the loan, but I'm not able to meet the loan because of what everybody knows, the pandemic, the recession, and all that stuff. It's not, why I say you should document it is very important, because you don't engage with your bank without proof. You might have collected the loan to throw a big party or a wedding celebration or a birthday party, and you are now asking me as a bank to give you a grace and all that stuff. That's not done. Then the next thing to do, obviously, engage your bank in the negotiation. First, I will even ask for is a moratorium. A moratorium is a period of grace, a period in which, which is supposed to be a reasonable period, a period in which they'll probably cease on charging me interest and all that. That can be a challenge, but I believe that 1, with the intervention of the CBN, 2, with reasonable banks that know that you have an history of paying your loans on time and everything, I believe that they should be reasonable enough to grant you a moratorium. It might just be 1 month, it can be 2 months, depending on your case-by-case scenario. You can negotiate that. If that doesn't work out, right, that's not all. You can, based on the figures that you have presented, which I will actually advise you get a financial expert to help you look into your books and actually drop that defense for you, and in which you are going to use in engaging your relationship officers and everything. And probably the consultant will actually be part of this process as well in the negotiation if you don't have adequate skills to do that for you, right? The next thing to do after asking for that moratorium, whether it's given to you or not, is negotiate a facility enhancement. A facility enhancement will obviously come with a 1% charge on the enhancement amount. An enhancement is when you ask for an additional fund to support whatever you have collected. For instance, I've collected 100 million, and based on the pandemic, a lot of the amounts that I've collected initially has been eroded. I can ask for an enhancement of maybe 30 million, which obviously they will ask, based on prudential guidelines, they will ask for an additional collateral for it and everything, and that could help you. After charging you the 1% on the enhancement amount, which is now 20 or 30 million that I've asked additionally and all that, they will advance you. But note, management fee cannot be charged again because it's an existing facility, right? Management fee can only be charged on new facilities, and is to the tune of a maximum of 1% of the loan amount. That said, you can also ask for a restructuring of that facility. If you, at the instance of the customer, a bank cannot restructure a facility for you if it's not at your instance. So a restructured facility would attract a 0.5% maximum on the restructuring. That means, assuming you were supposed to be paying 10 million every month, they might restructure it that, okay, restructure, instead of the 10 million every month for 5 years, you are now restructuring it to maybe 7 million every month for 6 years or 7 years, based on calculation that they have done. Note very quickly that penal charges, if you don't quickly go into these negotiations, penal charges will hurt you. According to the CBN Guide to Bank Charges, penal charges attract 1% flat per month after giving you a 7 days grace period before they start charging you. If you are still within the 7 days grace period, they would not charge you. Okay, that said, you know now that you don't need to panic. All you need to do is document, and 2, engage. Document, justify, validate, and engage with your bank. That way, you get out of the woods without attracting unnecessary charges that you should have avoided. What a lot of people, the mistake a lot of people make is that they don't engage with their bank. So at the end of the day, they have an avalanche of charges that they should have avoided ab initio. Do not let that be your case. Document and engage. That will be all for today, day 4. As usual, wash your hands well, stay fresh. See you again. Have a nice day. Bye.